Toy Story.
Toy Story. This will just be a quick spoiler-free thing, right?
Yes,
okay,
it
cool.
will. But it'll almost certainly be the title and thumbnail.
Yeah? Out of 10?
Here are our scores out of 10 for Toy Story 5. Are you ready, Andrew?
Yeah.
You're going to be mad at me. 3, 2, 1.
8?
Can you give why you give it an 8? Can you
No,
give
go ahead.
No, I can't.
No, go ahead.
I can't.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Go ahead.
I can't. I don't think I can rate this one.
Alex, it's your job. Rate the movie.
Can I explain and then
Rate the movie!
in 8 out of 10?
What the frick is wrong with you?
Now can I explain?
Sure.
I think like structurally and like as a movie and like as a film, Toy Story 5 is a mess. It's like the plot stuff that happens, the story beats that happen, there are character motivations that make no sense pretty consistently throughout the movie. I think that it is major writing flaws, kind of like what I just went over with Disclosure Day. I just think that there are things that just, from like just looking at the movie on paper, it's like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not good writing. That's a problem. This is a problem, whatever. But God, I can't help but tell you that this is my favorite or second favorite movie of the year. The emotional beats hit. It has, Toy Story 5 has a, without question, top 5 Pixar moment ever.
Ooh.
Maybe top 3. The only ones I can think are clearly better is Coco ending, Toy Story 3 ending. But like,
If you don't think the Up moment...
the Up book, like, this is probably better. Like, I was in the movie heaving, crying.
Yeah.
Hardest I've cried in a theater in years. The Pixar moment in Toy Story 5 is worth the price of admission by far.
It has a great moment. It has a great moment.
All time, and it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. You could hear people in the audience. I teared up. I cried a
Including
little bit.
me.
Yeah. But it was like something is revealed. You know, it's like flipped over.
Yeah.
And she like reads something or whatever, and you hear the audience go like, it's good. It's good, and that's why you love Pixar. Is because it can do stuff like that.
I couldn't fathom feeling what I felt in that moment.
Yeah.
But I don't think it has anything to do with like the movie or how it's written. I just think it's because we've spent, at this point, 30 years with these characters. Like they mean so much to us. We love them so much. So it's like, you didn't need to have an arc for, there are plenty of characters that have an arc in Toy Story 5, but you didn't need to have a proper arc in Toy Story 5 for certain characters to make us feel this way, because we've watched Toy Story 2. We've watched Toy Story 3 and we love it and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as a movie, I think it's clearly like the worst Toy Story movie by far. But for me personally, like how it's written, me personally, it's probably my second favorite right now.
Yeah, it's hard to rank it amongst the other ones. I need to see the first and second one again. It's definitely below 3. It's definitely above 4.
Yep, agreed.
And then after that, I'm not really sure.
Do you know, without spoiling anything, do you know what I mean by talking about the flaws of this movie?
Kind of. I mean, it's a little choppy and
Yep.
but I think they handle a lot of the things in the movie about as well as they could. I think there's some really good theming. I think the moments are really good. I was afraid, everyone was saying this is Jesse's story. Great. I love Jesse. It calls back to Toy Story 2 a lot, but I do love Woody, and I was afraid that they were going to just like write off a lot of characters. Now, I will say they do write off almost every character, any of the side toys that you see a lot in the first few Toy Stories, like Rex or Ham or Slinky Dog, they are almost not in this movie at all.
I don't think a single one of them has more than 5 lines.
Yeah, and that's
I think
generous.
5 might be pushing it.
Yeah, that's
like 2 lines.
But I was afraid they were also going to do that to Woody. I'm glad they didn't. Woody isn't it a solid amount, but like Woody, Buzz, Jesse, and some new characters, you get a lot. Other than that, if you want to see the rest of the gang,
you won't.
Good luck. But yeah, it's good. I know you're gonna really. I know something in spoilers that you're really gonna want to talk about. One of the running bits.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you freaking loved that.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
But personally, I want to say this. I think all the Toy Story movies, I think one of the best things about the Toy Story movies is how funny they are.
Yeah.
I think this might be the least funny Toy Story movie.
I thought that. I was like, we were like 2/3 of the way through the movie, and I was like, this is good. This is not funny.
Yeah. And you laughed. You had your big laugh at one joke.
Yeah.
And it was a really dumb joke. It was like the stupidest joke in the movie. Like, that's not going to make other people laugh.
What was it?
It had to do with a donut.
I don't remember.
I'll tell you about it off screen, and the way I explain it, you're going to go, no way, that's what it is. But it is.
No, I think it was probably hilarious.
It was so dumb. But, like, it was like...
You calling me dumb?
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
I literally thought I was like, Andrew.
Aw, that's kind of mean.
I was like, that's not funny.
That's mean.
I'm sorry. But I'm not, because it's my job.
There you go.
But,
exactly.
But no, but like, yeah, it's not nearly as funny. It's like, you are a toy.
Yeah.
You're a sad, strange little man. Like, that's not...
And I bid you farewell.
Nothing like that is in the movie. There's a moment in a trailer, so I feel okay with spoiling this. If you haven't seen any of the trailers, then literally skip 5 seconds. But two of the older toys, like Ham and one of them, is like, it's so good to see them fighting again, referring to Buzz and Woody. And it's like, it seems like that would be funny, but it's not. It's just kind of like, oh, yeah, that is cute. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
So the running bit I love that we're going to talk about in spoilers, that was like the source of the comedy for me. Mm-hmm. And it's part of the reason why I feel the movie is written poorly, because that story, yes, collides with the main story at the end, but overall, being in the movie, it's like not really a real part of the movie.
Yeah, but doesn't that make the film feel at least like somewhat fresh to you? That they have this like storyline that you're kind of following, and then eventually it like collides, and then you're like, oh, because the whole time you're entertained by it, but then you're also like, why the frick is this in the movie?
Yeah, but
then you get the resolution of why.
But the whole time I'm just thinking, oh, this is only in the movie because it's to make people laugh, because the rest of this movie isn't funny.
Well, that's a pretty negative way to look at it, but okay.
Sure.
The whole time I was watching it, I was laughing, which is a good thing, and then I was like waiting to see why it's in the movie. That was interesting to me.
The movie begins with that.
I know. It's so good. I thought that was
technically funny. Like that is, yeah, I don't know.
There are a lot of people that don't like Toy Story 4.
Yeah, including us.
Including us. You need to see Toy Story 4 before this.
Do ya?
You need to at least know why certain things are the way that they are.
Do ya?
I mean, okay, no, you could watch No Way Home without watching other Spider-Man movies, but like you'd still get the movie. But there's the premise of this movie, or some of the ways it's set up. Like Toy Story 4 is more needed now.
Sure.
To lead into Toy Story 5.
Sure. My question to you is, does Toy Story 5 make you like Toy Story 4 anymore?
A little bit.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit, but here's why. I mean, I saw a video today, I think, that was like, you don't actually dislike Toy Story 4, the internet just told you to.
No.
That's wrong.
Hated it on first watch.
On first watch.
Opening night, I was there. And I was like, that sucks.
Walked out. Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily a terrible movie.
Agreed.
I think it's a fine movie.
The ending sucks.
The ending sucks, and you can explain it away, and there are some things in the movie that aren't great. What they do to Buzz isn't great. They really dumb him down and make him like an idiot again for some reason, and a lot of people think that his character arc isn't great. And I get...
God, I want to talk spoilers for Toy Story 5 so fucking bad. Continue.
I understand that Toy Story 3 was kind of the end of Andy's story, and then a lot of people think Toy Story 4 is more the ending of Woody's story, and he needed to learn to live for himself and all that. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm saying it still shouldn't exist. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you can still make the argument that Woody struggling with a loss of purpose and then using that as a reason to leave his friends is a betrayal of, like, Woody. You know what I mean? Like, I still think that that's fine. Like, we grew up with these characters, and we love these characters, and for the age range and story that Toy Story had been able to capture, like, leaving it at 3 is a totally reasonable thing to believe is better.
Completely agree.
I don't think that's a regurgitated, like, internet schlop opinion. It's not one that you have to agree with, but it's way deeper than just being like, oh, you heard that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a quote in Toy Story 2 from Woody. I wrote it down. No, Buzz says to Woody, somewhere in that pot of stuffing, a toy taught me that life's only worth living if you're being loved by a kid. Now, maybe that's not the right way for a toy to view it. Maybe they need to learn to deal with that. But like the whole reason Buzz literally uses that sentence is to convince Woody to not go to the museum, because Woody is afraid of being put in storage and afraid of being abandoned. And he realizes that he needs to be there anyways, and he needs to be there for his friends anyways. So that's like a whole, I think, like Woody is the ringleader. Woody is the one that brings all these toys together, and he's always there for both his kid and his friends. So I still think Toy Story 3 is a better ending. And again, if you want to view Toy Story 4 as like an epilogue or like Woody's story, or you can explain why Woody made the decision that he made, I can understand all of that. But I still don't have to think that it's a better ending than Toy Story 3. Or if it does want to exist, you can make the argument that maybe it should have been like a short film or like a spin-off movie. But a mainline Toy Story 4 thing, I don't know.
I don't like Toy
I
Story
don't
4.
like it. I don't like it. But Toy Story 5 did make me like it a little bit more, because one of the only reasons I was a little bit more okay with the ending is because it was showing Woody like actually having a purpose of helping the other like lost toys and stuff, and that's very Woody. They didn't just kind of like write him off like, oh, he's gonna go fall in love and abandon all of his friends, which he still basically did, and I don't like, but they make that even more of a point in this movie because he's still doing it. And in Toy Story 5, I don't think this is a spoiler because he's obviously in the movie with Buzz and everything, they make it very clear that if they need to get a hold of Woody, they can very quickly.
Yes.
So that does make Toy Story 4 a little bit better.
Sure. I agree with that statement you just made.
Yeah.
Where it is, if they have him on speed dial, essentially. That is good.
But they don't have that in Toy Story 4. They don't make that clear in Toy Story.
Correct. They don't make it clear at all. It seems like a goodbye.
Correct. Because at the end of Toy Story 4,
they're like leaving. It looks like they're going to different states.
They're on they're on like an RV and they're driving off. Like the huge emotional moment in that movie is Buzz saying goodbye to Woody, and it's like you got sad music playing, you got sad lighting, all this stuff. And he's like, "So long, partner." Like that was it. Like they were like Woody is gone. And they kind of reverse that a lot in this movie. And that makes Toy Story 4 a little bit better. But I still think I would be happy with these characters ending at Toy Story 3.
Of course. Yeah. Toy Story 3 is the perfect ending. It's an abomination that you made 4. In 4, speaking of what you just said, well, in 5, they have a line that undoes the ending of Toy Story 4 like so much, and it is so obvious to me that it is like such, I want to spoil it so bad, but it's at the end of the movie, I can't do it, but it is such like a meta line that's like
interesting.
Like I interpreted it exactly as like a we shouldn't be separated, but that's not up to me. Like that's the line.
Yeah.
And it's like such like a, because the people that made Toy Story 4 are not the people that made Toy Story 5. And the guy, one of the co-directors of Toy Story 5 came back, and when asked,
it was like, someone else can F it up.
Yes. Yeah. Why did you come back to Toy Story? He was like, I think that they were going to fuck this up.
Yeah.
Like, and that line I specifically interpreted as, oh, I can't wait to talk that in spoilers.
Sure. So spoilers will be on the Patreon on Friday
and then Monday next week.
Y'all will also get it.
You'll get it. Don't worry about it.
But we're also going to be talking Spider-Man trailer on the Patreon.
Yep.
And we got Supergirl next week. Remember,
like later.
It will be later.
Last thing, last thing, because we can talk about this without spoiling Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 will be the highest grossing movie of the year. The only thing that's got a chance at beating it is Doomsday, I think. I would like to think Spider-Man, would love Spider-Man to make a shit ton of money.
Don't I have like all 3 of those?
I think you do. You're going to destroy me. Like Spider-Man, I think will easily make $1 billion. I think Toy Story 5 is a $2 billion candidate. I think could easily be the highest grossing movie in the existence of the podcast.
Interesting.
Easily. I don't think people are ready for how much money Toy Story is going to make. Like, I don't think theaters are prepared for it. Legitimately could see it being the second biggest opening weekend ever for a movie. And even if
Way of Water wasn't during the podcast?
Way of Water was like a month before.
Right.
Because it came out December of 22.
Right,
we started January.
Yeah.
But like I don't think people are ready for it because Zootopia made what it made and Inside Out 2 made what it made. And like those franchises do not hold the weight with audiences that Toy Story does even after 4. And the Pixar moment in this movie is so strong that people are going to walk out of this and like we went to an early screening of it with a lot of influencers, content creators, movie content creators. Love a lot of them to death. None of them are like traditional movie critics. We're not traditional movie critics, but I think we are closer to that than a lot of our friends. Every friend I talked to was like 10 out of 10, this is the best movie of the year by far. So like this movie's going to review very highly. It's going to review very well. And general audiences are going to walk out of this, especially because of the Pixar moment in the middle, being like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life. So I think people are going to rewatch this movie a lot. And then everybody's going to recommend, take your family, whatever. This movie's going to clear $1 billion in a week.
I think it'll make a lot of money.
I think it could beat $2 billion. And it would be the first $2 billion movie since the podcast, other than Neja 2. But like with American audiences, like this movie's going to crush.
Let us know what you think,
which
guys.
I'm super happy about.
Yeah,
by the
of
way.
course.
We didn't talk about it. We'll talk about it more in spoilers. But I thought that the tech storyline is really interesting and nuanced, and I think it's handled really, really well.
Yeah, me too.
It's probably the strongest thing about the movie's story.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think they handle it about as well as you could because, you know, yeah. I don't want to say.
We don't want to go into spoilers, but I know what you're saying.
It's like you can't. I didn't know what they were gonna do, and I'm glad they did this because when you think about it, it's like, oh, yeah, we got, the toys are learning.
It deals with the negatives of the technology, which that because that's what
that's clear.
The villain of the movie is Lilypad. Well, by the way, does it touch legendary Toy Story villains like Stinky Pete or Lotso?
That's another thing that's wrong with Toy Story 4 that it doesn't have as strong.
The doll, sucks.
but even then, isn't the doll like not really a villain by the end? It's like she's just kind of like misunderstood or something. It's like Lotso is a villain, Sid is a villain.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Stinky Pete
is a villain.
But so I agree with everything you're saying. It's just, it's the Lilypad is a good antagonist, but it's good because it's like they deal with the negatives because you know that from the trailer, and but they also talk about positives. But then they also, like, when it comes to the negatives, everybody knows I'm anti-AI. I talk about it all the time, whatever. I don't want to beat that dead horse too much. But so obviously I loved a lot of the things they did, but they also touched upon things that I didn't think that they would touch upon that I haven't even like thought about. There's a line that hits so hard in this movie that I was like, oh my gosh, I've never thought about it like that. But yes, I couldn't agree. And then I applied it to people I know in my life and how it's affected them. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. It's a really nuanced take.
They did a good job.
That they've got on technology. That's one of the strongest things in the movie other than that legendary all-time Pixar moment. You take the Up book over it.
Easily. I don't think it's like, yeah.
In spoilers, we'll do the versus thing that we always do. Mm-hmm. And we'll do other Pixar moments.
It's a great moment. But like just off the bat saying it's top 5 Pixar, they're so like...
I think it might be top 3.
Monsters, Inc., Boo Door. I think this clears that. I mean,
you think Boo Door clears
this?
So I don't think anything can clear it.
I think that
it's
clears it.
It's so good.
I think there's moments in Finding Nemo that probably... I think there's moments in Finding Dory that clear it. I think the shells leading back home beat this.
No! Andrew!
Okay, maybe I need to rethink that one.
Andrew! So are you like saying that this is borderline top 10? I think this is one of the best things they've ever done. It is brilliant.
Wait. Toy Story 3. Does Toy Story 3 have a...
Yes, the ending.
The ending, okay.
The ending
beats that.
The ending beats it, and Coco beats it. Those are the two.
Monster Inc. Door beats it.
I will maybe give you that one. I had forgotten about that.
This is recency bias. I'm sorry.
Ratatouille does not beat it, even though I love the critic.
WALL-E doesn't beat it.
No. We're talking about Pixar moments.
Yeah.
I'll have it all prepared on the Patreon.
What's the Finding Nemo moment?
I don't think the Finding Nemo has a necessary Pixar moment. It's just that Finding Nemo is like the best movie ever. Like it just doesn't have any flaws. It doesn't have like that 15 out of 10 moment.
When he lets Nemo go back into the
That's
net.
not a
It's not a
Pixar
moment, but like that is the emotional climax of him having to let go. It's not.
It's not
so
like
yeah,
that.
maybe
not every Pixar movie has a Pixar moment.
Up probably has like 5 that are better.
The Pixar moment in Cars is really strong.
When he pushes
the king. That is not better than this.
Yeah, that I might agree with.
Like,
so yeah, maybe it's
like,
it's
and,
tough.
and it's great because it doesn't happen. You have no idea it's coming. It comes out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it does
So
hit
it hits you like a bus. Like when I'm retelling about it on the Patreon, I'm 100% gonna cry. I was talking to somebody at the event and started crying about it. But it's so funny because the very next scene is one of the most comedic scenes in the movie. So I'm like still crying my eyes out, and I'm just like, like I'm wiping my tears trying to laugh at this thing.
I just didn't cry. The elemental moment.
That one's good. The bow is good. It is not as good as
Wow. Incredibles doesn't have one.
this. No, but Incredibles is peak.
I think the Inside Out moment is better,
No. With the core memory being both?
where they both press it.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's a great moment. It's not better than this. We're really talking up this Pixar moment, but I really do think it's earned it.
They're close. It's probably top 5. You're right. You're right.
It's so good.
Go watch it, guys.
Go watch Toy Story 5. We know you will, because everybody will. Spoilers on the Patreon and spoilers next week. We love you so much.
We love you.